Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is 1920 Gaming, and this is actually the final step on the Warsaw Manager's journey. For those who haven't seen the last video, it might be worth clicking off now, going back and watching that one before you see this one. And now that's out of the way, for those of you who have watched, you'll know that we were crowned champions in the last episode. Which makes this the last one. We've got a cup final to look forward to. Obviously, it's been a really good season. We've already got the pre-season cup, the Carabao Cup. We've won the championship now, and we're in the FA Cup final. So it's been a great season. But yeah, that unfortunately means that this will be the last season that we do with Warsaw. And obviously, as you can see, we've got highlights of the last couple of league games playing now. Yeah, what I was going to say was thank you for watching this, taking time out of the day again, but not just this episode this time. If you've been here all the way through, really appreciate you. It's been a hell of a journey, but that might be what the normal season review turns into. It might be a series review this time. But yeah, I'll have a look at that. I don't want to spam you like with two videos explaining the same things. And there you go. There's always going to be moments like that when we try and play out from the back, but we get away with this one. But yeah, what I was saying was thank you for all the time that you spent watching. If this is your first episode, thanks for being here. Yeah, it's been a great journey. This one, like I say, is just literally just wrapping up now the league games and getting into that final, that big final. And at the end of, yeah, when now we've finished this season, at the end of this episode, there's probably going to be a few days where I decide what the next step is actually going to be. If you've got any suggestions for that, obviously there is the comments box below. Yeah, and yeah, well, let's get into this episode and just rambling now. This match, as you can see, we did win 4-0. The first half was a real struggle, but in the second we did pick it up and start playing the kind of football that we come to expect from ourselves nowadays. And now the game against Derby, this would prove to be a really tough game for us, even though, as you can see here, we do get a really good start. It's a good finish that actually. I'll be honest, aiming for the other corner, not too sure why he went for the near one where the keeper was, but it obviously worked out, and then unfortunately we concede almost straight after. But yeah, it was a real struggle in this game. We wanted to sign off the league season in a really good way, playing really good football and winning by a lot of goals like we have been lately, but it was just not that kind of game. We couldn't get ourselves going. Lawrence there was an absolute menace all the way through the game. As you can see here, we do though work our way back into the game with just a few minutes left. And as that goes in, I'm sitting thinking to myself, okay, now maybe we can go and push on for a late winner. But what would actually happen is this. Lawrence again playing a part in the goal. He didn't score it this time, but he did make it, and that is an absolutely gutting way to end what's been a really good league season. And it's not exactly the way that you want to go into the cup final against Chelsea of all teams. Before we get into that though, not that it really matters all that much anymore. You can see we've achieved a few of our objectives there from the board, which is nice. We've got a really good, strong, healthy manager rating. But yeah, we have a showpiece occasion to end this series off. It'd be a great way to finish if we could lift the FA Cup as well. But judging off the way we played against Derby, I think it's a really, really big ask. And here they're asking us in this little press conference before the game, are we going to make any major changes considering how strong Chelsea are? I don't think that we need to. I didn't really know how to answer that one, so I just went with the Rome wasn't built in a day. I think the team doesn't need major changes at all. It's been a really good performance. We've been really consistent throughout the season in all competitions. So why would we need to ring the changes? I didn't actually catch that question, but again, it is one by the looks of it where they're taking a poke at our starting 11. And then they're saying we've had a mixed bag of results recently, which I'm assuming is probably because of the Derby game. But yeah, we'll give it 100%, of course we will, and we'll see what happens as we get into the final. And that's where we're heading now, guys. So as normal, I will catch you at kickoff. And okay then, here we go. Chelsea have put out a strong side. We've gone with our strongest side. Obviously they're going to be the favourites, of course they are. Wembley was looking great in the build-up as well. It's going to be a really, really tough game, this one. Of course it is, but it's the last game of this series. It's the last game of the episode. And really we've just got to go out there and try and have fun with it, just enjoy it now, which is what we've been doing since we've been crowned league champions, and it's brought us some good results, so we'll see where we end up at the end of this one. Will it be a winner in the 90 minutes for a change, because obviously we've gone to finals an awful at penalties in finals an awful lot lately. But yeah, we'll see where this one takes us. Like I said, more than anything now, it's just about enjoying the last game that we're going to play with this team that I've pretty much fell in love with. And this team has played really, really well in the first 10 minutes. Oh, we could be in here, hold on a second. Oh, that was a good bit of play there. We had so many men over on them. Yeah, we've looked more like the Premier League team. We've been calm, composed. We've absolutely dominated the first 10-15 minutes of this game. Chelsea have got nowhere near us. We haven't just had possession for possession's sake either. As you can see, I thought we might be in there It was a good tackle at the end though. That could very well have been 1-0 if we'd have got through. But this is what we've been doing, exactly what Angel's just done for us there. We're winning the ball back in midfield. They're not getting anywhere near our penalty area. We're playing so well. We're just absolutely full of confidence at the moment. And Chelsea at the moment don't look like they know what to do with us, to be honest. It's just up to us to keep that concentration level, keep the confidence going. And hopefully, based on the first, you've got to say 20 minutes now, not 10 minutes, it looks and feels as though we can really get something out of this game. And it still very much is looking that way. We're still dominating the game, and Moreno's done brilliantly to escape his markers there, but he puts it straight at the keeper. But we are getting through Chelsea with passing, with individual bits of brilliance like you saw from Moreno there. Doku's turned his marker inside out there. He's laid it back to Moreno. Oh, the back heel, that was beautiful. Giles now. That's what we've been lacking. It's just that final pass, but the build-up play again was out of this world. And it just goes to show the confidence that we're actually playing with at the moment. We've got Chelsea right where we want them at the moment, especially with Morgan on that left foot now, but Kepa again keeps us out though. I'll back to Morgan from there, to be honest. He's been banging these type of goals in all season, but what a save that was. Can we do anything with the corner? We're going to put it near postish as normal. We do win the header, but with Fosu there, but it gets blocked before it even gets to the keeper. Oh, was that a little bit of a pen there? If Clark goes down, the ref's got a decision to make there. He did get clipped in the box, which just knocked him off stride a little bit. It would have been soft, but in today's football, maybe that would have been given. We're playing the ball nicely now on the edge of their box. We might be in here. No, again, it's that final pass. But I'm really enjoying this game. The build-up play is, like I say, out of this world. It's quick, it's slick. There's 1-2s, little combinations all over the place. We are actually looking Premier League ready, if you like, if we were to have done another season. I don't think we'd be out of our depth at all. But yeah, we're doing well at the moment. Gomez could get in again here now. I saw a pass in the middle, but I couldn't find him. And yeah, it's whacked away by Chelsea, and we start again. And Chelsea have just had their first shot of the half with Kessié. From miles outside the box, it went miles over. And that is the end of the first half. A first half where there's not been one bad performer on our side in the entire half. Everyone's playing so well. And if we can carry that on, there you go, there's the stats there, into this second half. I really believe that we're going to go on and lift this cup. But yeah, just because we've done it in the first, obviously the second half it might not necessarily be the same. We'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. But yeah, I cannot fault anyone in that first half. This game has been a joy to play. It's just epitomised everything that's been good about us all season long. Oh, there could be in here. Oh, just as I was saying how well we've been playing, Chelsea break us down with some quick ball movement there. It's a great save from the keeper, considering that's all he's had to do in this game at the moment. But yeah, again, it's just gone to show how fun it is to play with this side that we've put together now. That's a good block there on the edge of the box. And yeah, it's going to be tough to start again somewhere else. But it's got to happen at some point. Chelsea have actually going back into this game, really started this second half strongly. But if we could have poked that through there, we'd have had a 4-on-2. And that could possibly have been 1-0. But Chelsea have really started strongly in this half. They've had more of the game in the beginning of this half than they had in the entire first half. We need to just get the ball back away from our box now and start putting our passes back together. We got a bit lucky there, I'm not going to lie, with that bounce there from Garcia. Moreno's absolutely skinned his defender. Tremblay's just arriving now, but that is not what I was looking for. But maybe we can still do something with it. We can. That is an absolutely magic goal from our magical captain. Wow, when that cross went that far back, I was like, well, that's the end of this move as well. That's what I was thinking. But then Morgan, under pressure from Kessié as well, just puts it right in the top corner as only he could. That left foot of his is really something special. Look at that for a finish. That is befitting of an FA Cup final for definite. What a goal. What a goal. What a player. What a couple of seasons. Oh man, yeah, I am going to really miss playing with this team. And that goal as well, coming just at the right time. We could be in again here with Morgan on his right foot. He's beat the keeper but couldn't beat the post. That could have been game right there if that goes in. What I was just starting to say was the timing of that goal, that back heel as well, was so good, because Chelsea, as you saw, started this half really well, but that goal has really knocked the life out of them, and we've literally just gained complete control of this match back once again. We just need to put the finishing touches to one of these moves before they may get a goal back, and then that kills this cup tie off altogether, and we'll be lifting the cup for the last part of this season. It is time now to make some changes just to get some of the players on that we've not used. I want to get Leko on because this season and the end of last season, up until his injury, was a real star for us. So it's only right that we get to sign him off. I may or may not sign him again in the next career that we do. It all depends on where it is, I suppose. Just because he's not really had a fair crack in this career. I have enjoyed using him when we can, but he's been injured for a lot of it. But yeah, I might or might not. Like I say, it really depends on where we go, and if we play the same system or whether we change it up and do something else. I'm not sure yet. All that is for the distant future, but for now, we need to stay focused on this game. All we've got to do is just keep on doing what we're doing. Chelsea really struggling to contain us, and I think that might just get worse now with Leko as well than it was with Tremblay. And there you go, just as I'm saying it, he just passes it off to Gomez, continues his run. Gomez finds him, and almost straight after coming on, he just bangs another one in and probably kills this tie now, if I'm being honest. What a shot of Wembley that was as well. Here it is, Gomez picks it up on the turn. Leko's continued his run, and he's just banged one straight in the top corner. He's so lethal, guys, honestly. He's definitely worth signing. He's just had bad luck with injury in this career mode so far. But every time I've used him, he's made a really big impact. He's strong, quick. As you can see, his finishing has been superb this season. You're just confident every time you go through on goal with him, and Chelsea are really now up against it. We are really playing some good stuff. We could be in again already here now if Moreno makes that run and Leko can find him, but we decide to go back instead and just keep the ball the way that we have been and continue the patterns of play that we've been using throughout the game. Chelsea have really struggled with it, so if it's not broke, don't fix it, I suppose. All we got to do is just keep them out now, not offer them any encouragement, and then we are going to be lifting the cup at the end of this game. But that will be easier said than done, because at some point they're just going to throw everything at us, and if we can resist that, you can see there they had a lot of players forward there. If we can resist their press, because they are going to squeeze at some point, of course they are, and Serge Gnabry coming on there for Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, they're going to squeeze. If we can resist and play through the inevitable press that comes, there may even be more goals in this for us yet. We'll just have to wait and see whether that materialises or not. That's just a great simple ball through for Moreno there, and Lecco is there to get his second of the final, and we are now going to be lifting the cup to sign off this career mode. What a feeling that is. Wow. It's just amazing this season that we have had. It's gone way further than I ever could have imagined. Yeah, it's just about enjoying it now. We're almost at the end of the game. I don't really, there's not much else that I can say. We've destroyed Chelsea here, absolutely destroyed them. They've not been in the game at all except for that 5-minute spell at the beginning of this half. Other than that, you can see them just so downhearted now. The confidence is gone. We just keep on compounding it. Nice little back heel there from Morgan. He's gone through again, as he know. The one from Gomez was just cut out. If that had gone through, that would have been another nice goal. But yeah, what a way to end this series, lifting the FA Cup. With such a good performance as well, has made it that much better. Lecco's through again here now. He's been found as well. Can he get his hat-trick? Of course he can. It's 4. The route's complete. The guy's only been on, what, 25 minutes probably, and he's gone and banged himself a hat-trick in against Chelsea, no less, in an FA Cup final. The fans are absolutely loving it from our point of view. It's a great ball there from Gomez again. You spotted the run. Once he got past, they just couldn't keep up with him. We have ripped Chelsea apart in this, and Lecco has come on, and like I says about his impacts, he's really, with his finishing, been the one that's moved the game away from Chelsea, who are probably just wanting all this to be over right now. When this game is over as well, guys, it's going to be the end of this episode. I'll obviously leave you with us lifting the cup, and so at this point again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed it, both making the video and playing the game. If you have, please hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon for probably the series review, and then we'll move on and think about what we're going to do for our next series. But again, guys, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all soon.